Everyone talks about Zuko's redemption. People call it the greatest character arc ever written. And while I think that's true, I don't think it's because Zuko goes from bad to good. It's because his story reflects something almost everyone experiences. The pressure to become someone you're not, just to earn the love you think you need. At the beginning of Avatar: The Last Airbender, Zuko believes his entire purpose is simple. Capture the Avatar, restore his honor, go home. Everything he does revolves around one goal. Not because that's what he wants, but because he believes it's the only way for his father to finally accept him. And honestly, how many of us have done the same thing? Maybe not chasing the Avatar per se, but chasing a career we never wanted. Trying to impress people who are impossible to impress. Changing ourselves to fit someone else's expectations. Convincing ourselves that once we achieve that one thing, will finally be enough. Throughout the series, Zuko keeps talking about honor. I need to restore my honor, he says. But here's the thing, honor was never something he lost. It was something someone convinced him he had lost. His father made him believe that love had to be earned, that acceptance came from true obedience. And that's a dangerous lesson, because once your self-worth depends on someone else's approval, you'll sacrifice almost anything to keep chasing it, including yourself. What makes Zuko's redemption so believable isn't that he suddenly changes. He doesn't. He struggles, he makes mistakes, he goes backwards. At one point, he even gets everything he thought he wanted, his father's approval, his place back in the Fire Nation, respect, status, the life he'd been chasing since episode 1. And all of a sudden, in the story, you can see he's miserable because he finally learns something many people don't discover until much later in life. Getting what you wanted doesn't matter if you wanted the wrong thing. That moment changes everything, not because Zuko defeats anyone, but because he stops lying to himself. Leaving the Fire Nation wasn't just physically dangerous. It meant giving up the identity he had built his entire life around. Imagine admitting that everything you believed for years, everything you sacrificed for, everything you based your life on was completely wrong. That's terrifying. Most people never do that. It's easier to stay where you are. It's much comfortable, in fact, to keep pretending, to keep chasing approval, to blame everyone else. Zuko chooses something harder. He chooses growth, and growth almost always costs something. I don't think people love Zuko because he became a hero. I think people love him because they see themselves in him. We've all wanted someone to be proud of us. We've all chased validation. We've all mistaken achievement for self-worth, and at some point, most of us have asked ourselves the same question Zuko did. Am I living the life I actually want? Or the life I think will finally make someone else accept me? Maybe that's why his story has lasted for so many years, because redemption isn't really about becoming a better person. It's about having the courage to stop becoming the wrong one. And maybe that's the real meaning of finding your honor. Not earning it from someone else, not trying to seek validation from someone else, but realizing it was never theirs to give away in the first place. And that's what Zuko's redemption teaches us.